Our lesson is on congruent polygons. The goal is to identify congruent angles and sides in polygons. The vocabulary, congruent segments, your segments with equal lengths. Congruent angles are angles with equal measures. Corresponding parts are segments or angles that are in the same position on congruent figures. So for example, put out of the way. We have these two triangles. These are congruent. So I'm going to go ahead and indicate congruent parts. We've got angle A has that one tick mark, and angle F also has one tick mark. Therefore, they're congruent. So I'm just going to write angle A is congruent to angle F. Angle B and angle C and angle E, are both right angles. So angle B is congruent to angle E. And then angle C and angle D both have those double tick marks. So we'll say that angle C, put that ring there, is congruent to angle D. So we also have congruent segments here. Look for our tick marks. So we see one tick mark on AB and one on EF. So we'll say that angle or segment AB is congruent to angle EF, segment EF. And there's segment AC, congruent to segment EF. And finally, segment BC, segment ED, let's have three tick marks. There we go. So those are the corresponding parts because they're congruent. So we've got three triangles, okay, we're looking at, and we have ways of determining if they are congruent. First way to tell is called side, side, side. These are two triangles that have three congruent sides. Okay, since the sides are congruent, the entire triangles are. Those are tick marks. Okay, congruent, congruent, congruent. You've got side, angle, side. The two sides and the angle between them are congruent, and the entire triangle are congruent. Congruent there. The angles are congruent. And then the next segment right there. Next is angle, side, angle. We have two angles and the side between them, if those are congruent. So we can tell the tick marks that those are congruent there. The side there, and the other angle. And it helps to sandwich that congruent side. So those show congruence. There is a way to tell if triangles are similar. Congruent means that they're absolutely equal. All the measures are equal, angles are equal. Similar polygons, the angles are equal, but not necessarily the same lengths on sides. So there's a postulate, it's called the AA similarity postulate, which states that if two angles of triangles are congruent, the triangles are similar. So as we can tell here, we've got two pairs of congruent angles. Now notice that a triangle has different shapes. Okay, they're not going to have the same measure, they're not going to be congruent to each other, but they are similar. So, a couple things to look at here. Triangles ABC and DEF are congruent. How do we know so? So if you're asked, how do we know? We look at what's given to us. And we've got two sides that are congruent as well as the angle between them. So we gotta say side equals side or SAS. And since we know that AB and DE are congruent, means they're equal, to find the length of each side, we set our two expressions, our two lengths, equal to each other. And solve the equation for x. Look at 19. So at this point, you guys can probably go ahead and pause the video and solve it yourselves, or keep going with me. So, subtract 7x from both sides. No matter the order which way you go, remember? Negative 5x plus 6 equals negative 19. Subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 5x equals negative 25. End up with x equals 5. So x equals 5, we just plug it in and get each expression. Okay, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 6 gives us 16. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 minus 19 equals 16. So they're equal. Each length is 16. Now we look mostly at triangles in this lesson. However, these rules apply to all polygons, squares, rectangles, pentagons, whatever the case may be. So we can apply these lessons about congruence and similarity to other shapes. This concludes your lesson on congruent polygons.